Hello. We are in the topic molecular basis of inheritance, completed DNA double helix model proposed by Watson and Crick. Then the search for genetic material under the heading Griffith's transformation experiment, finding the nature of transforming principle by Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy, and transduction experiment performed by Hirsch and Chess, followed by the experimental proof for semi-conservative replication of DNA and the mechanism of DNA replication. In today's session, I will introduce the molecule RNA. It is ribonucleic acid. If you trace the evolutionary process, it is the first formed genetic molecule in the nature. Because of highly reactive ends, especially OH group at second carbon or at third carbon, it is the molecule can undergo change in genetic material we call mutation. It is undergoing high rate of mutation, so it remain unstable throughout the life. It also shows catalytic functions, like during DNA replication we have observed primer which is attached to 3' end of DNA template. Then only the process of replication begins, where DNA polymerase will bring complementary nucleotides on both the template strands. There is an enzyme called ribozyme. It is nothing but RNA molecule which will help in splicing. Now all these terms will come in the next sessions. So RNA being highly reactive, unstable, going at faster rate of mutation, which may create unfavorable situation for cellular metabolism in higher multicellular organisms. So during the evolutionary process, RNA evolved into DNA by replacing ribose sugar as deoxyribose, by replacing uracil by thymine, and by storing two complementarity strands showing base pairing. So the most stable molecule in existing organisms except few viruses, DNA is the most stable both chemically and structurally. It can undergo replication, it can undergo favorable mutations, it can express the traits by providing genetic information to RNA molecules. In this particular session, I will just explain you how the DNA is producing RNA molecule. As in replication, both the strands of DNA act as a templates. Arrangement of the nucleotides are on both the templates from 5' to 3', either continuously giving leading strand or discontinuously forming Okazaki fragments, which are later repaired or joined with the help of ligase enzyme. Here, while synthesizing RNA molecule, a segment of DNA, not the entire DNA, a segment of DNA which undergo unwinding. After unwinding, the strand from 5' to 3' is said to be coding strand, and opposite strand from 3' to 5' is the non-coding strand. Now when these two strands are unwinded, it shows a transcription unit. This transcription unit is showing an area to synthesize RNA molecule. So coding strand is directing synthesis of RNA by replacing thymine by uracil, by replacing deoxyribose sugar by ribose sugar. Now for this process, there is one enzyme needed. It is DNA dependent RNA polymerase. So in this transcription unit, this enzyme should link with a specific set of nucleotides, and that set we call it as promoter genes. This is the transcription unit which helps in flowing genetic information from DNA template to RNA molecule. In this area, DNA is having the coiled region. only the region which is necessary for synthesizing RNA is unwinded. No hydrogen bondings are observed between nitrogen bases. Again here the DNA is coiled, means during replication the entire DNA undergo unwinding, arranging polynucleotides on both the sides. At the end it will synthesize two DNA molecules retaining a parental strand and a daughter strand which is newly formed. But here in transcription only a part of DNA that we call transcription unit undergo unwinding process. As I told you, unwinding enzyme is helicase. Same enzyme will help in forming the bubble, so that helicase start hydrolyzing the bonds between nitrogen bases. As there is hydrolysis completed, this transcription unit is having three regions. This is 5' to 3' strand. This is usually named as coding strand. And the opposite side, 3' to 5'. This is called non-coding, but for RNA synthesis it will work as a template strand. So in DNA molecule, one is coding strand 5' to 3', opposite 3' to 5' is a non-coding strand. So in RNA synthesis, non-coding strand act as a template. Now in this there is a specific set of nucleotides. It is present on 5' end of coding strand, and this I will call it as P genes. P stands for promoter. Promoter in the sense it initiates the process of transcription. So it is promoter genes. Next region is slightly longer, and this we call S genes. I'll write here S stands for structural genes. This is actual genetic code which is transcribed in the form of RNA molecule, and the process is terminated with the help of a specific set present towards 3' end of coding strand, and this we call T region. T stands for terminator. Terminator genes. So remember, when you draw this diagram for 5 marks or for 3 marks, you need to show coiled regions on both the sides, unwinded strand of DNA with two separated strands, of which 5' to 3' you have to label coding strand, 3' to 5' you have to label as template strand, and 3 sets of genes you should specify: promoter gene, structural gene, terminator gene. Promoter to initiate, terminator to stop the process of transcription. So when a enzyme RNA polymerase, okay, so consider this is RNA polymerase. It is near promoter gene. When RNA polymerase joins, the addition of nucleotides will begin here. Okay, say this is adenine of DNA, this is guanine of DNA, though I am showing outside, they are actually present inside. This is cytosine, this is thymine, this is say guanine, cytosine, adenine. Clear? So these are the specific nucleotide sequence which is providing a message to RNA molecule. So when RNA synthesizes, here complementary of A is T, but it is production of RNA. So RNA polymerase will help in activation of a nitrogen base U. G complementary is C. C's complementary is G. Thymine is here, as usual adenine. Here C, G, and here comes instead of T, what we need to write? U. These nitrogen bases have glycosidic linkage, okay, with sugar. So there is a sugar. Which sugar? It is a ribose sugar, C5H10O5. While in DNA, the sugar is deoxyribose. And then there is phosphodiester linkage. Now when this RNA is formed, it is from 5' to 3'. Now when you see opposite side of template strand, here what will be the nitrogen base in DNA? Here A is there, so here T, here G, so here C, here C, G, here T, then C, here is A, then G, and here comes T. Now if you compare coding strand of DNA with RNA, thymine complementary is adenine here, but for RNA it is uracil. Rest all remains same. So wherever thymine is there, it is replaced by uracil. Like this, a diagrammatic representation you need to show when the question is asked for 3 or 5 marks. What is transcription? Sketch and label transcription unit and explain the process. Now in the next session we are learning 2 transcriptions, one in prokaryotic cell and other in eukaryotic cell. With this I will conclude today's session. Thank you very much.